Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The Nigeria Labour Congress and the TUC, or Trade Union Congress, have called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately reverse the state of emergency imposed on Rivers State, describing it as an illegality that must be stopped to protect our democracy. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, these are the two biggest trade unions we have in Nigeria. They have strongly condemned the state of emergency imposed in Rivers State by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, describing it as a reckless and unconstitutional move that threatens democracy and the economic stability of Nigeria. In a joint statement signed by the Nigeria Labour Congress President Joe Ajero and Trade Union Congress Engineer Festus Osifo, the two unions accuse the president of overreaching his executive powers and violating section 305 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. According to the statement, this action blatantly violates the provisions of Part 2, Section 305 of the 1999 Constitution and constitutes an overreach of executive power. The statement read, the unions warn that the alleged suspension or removal of the governor, deputy governor, and the State Assembly was not only unlawful, but a dangerous attack on the foundation of Nigeria's democracy. According to the statement, and I quote, it sets a dangerous precedent, eroding constitutional governance and threatening the autonomy of subnational governments. No democratic society can thrive where elected leaders are arbitrarily removed at the whims of the president. Ajero and Osifo declared. They call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately reverse the decision. That is a well-structured position, if you ask me. Calling out the president for committing constitutional violation by removing an elected official and put an unelected official in his place. Because what you have is a situation where a retired naval officer or retired former chief of naval staff, unknown to law, going by the Supreme Court ruling in 2004, are now in charge of the resources of Rivers State under the supervision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not elected to run Rivers State, and he lacks the powers to appoint a sole administrator to run that state. The Supreme Court made it very clear in 2004 in the case of Darie and the federal government, when Obasanjo removed Darie as the governor and signed the State Assembly. The Supreme Court was very clear that it does not know what is called sole administrator in our Constitution. and the Supreme Court condemned the appointment of the then of General Chris Ali as the sole administrator of Plateau State in place of Governor Darie, which is exactly what Tinubu has done in Rivers State. So the Nigeria Labour Congress is right that the president overreached himself. He arrogated to himself powers that the Constitution didn't give him. And when he was sworn in on 2023 May, he swore to protect the Constitution, to preserve and protect the Constitution. Now he is violating it, and the Labour Congress and the TUC, they are reminding him that this is at the heart of our democracy, that you cannot remove elected leaders and replace them with unelected people, no matter how benign your action may seem. It is against democracy. It's against the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is good that these voices, critical voices, major stakeholders in the Nigerian state are rising up to speak truth to power. I give kudos to the Nigerian Labour Congress. I give kudos to the Trade Union Congress for coming out to speak truth to power, to remind those who are supporting the removal of elected officials in Rivers State that they are the enemies of democracy, because true Democrats will not support the removal of an elected official. The Supreme Court was clear in 2004 judgment. Only the court or through impeachment can you remove a governor, and not by a president making declarations or proclamations and remove a governor. It's not done. The president of Nigeria is said to be one of the most powerful presidents. He has so much executive powers, but that power did not reach to the level of removing elected governors. And what was the offense of Fubara? He said that there were vandalization of pipeline, that the governor didn't do anything to stop them. How many vandalization reports did you get before? They said there were 2 vandalization of pipelines in a region that is notorious for pipeline vandalism. It is because pipeline vandalism is a common thing in Niger Delta. That was why Tom Polo had been recruited to be providing security for the pipelines. So it's a common thing. Is that a justification to declare a state of emergency? Now, even if you declare a state of emergency, is that a justification to remove the governor and remove the deputy and remove the state of assembly? Is the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu not in Nigeria when Jonathan imposed state of emergency in Borno, in Adamawa, in Yobe, in pursuit of Boko Haram terrorists? Did he remove Shetima now, who is the vice president to Tinubu? Did he remove him as governor? Did Jonathan remove Shetima? Even at that time, people were saying that Jonathan should remove Shetima to get at the root of what is going on in the state. But Jonathan, being conversant with the Supreme Court ruling of 2004, followed the Constitution and did not remove the elected officials. Tinubu was aware of it. He cannot pretend he wasn't aware of it. Even there are reports indicating that he even condemned the 2004 removal of Darie from office through state of emergency. So why did he pretend he didn't know about it and go ahead with it? Somebody said that it's because of politics. But whatever may be the case, the issue is that what he did was wrong. And the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress have come out frontally to tell him the truth. They have spoken truth to power. But what I expected them to do again is to give him an ultimatum 6 months is too long for Rivers State not to have a democratic elected governor that they elected. So he should be given ultimatum. So the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress ought to move further than what they have done. This thing has to go beyond press statements. They have to show force. How do you show force? By shutting down the country, threatening to shut down the country. Give President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how the trade unions will time it, so that if it doesn't return the democracy back to Rivers State, then they will shut down the country. That's the way to do it. That's the Gandhi style of doing it. That is Martin Luther's style of doing it. That is the way to do it in any democracy. This democracy must be protected from despots or pretenders to despotism. And the only way that can do is to show the people's power, mobilize the people. Because now it's Rivers State. You don't know where they will impose it next. I can tell you from the way things are going, it will not be long. They may impose it in Kano State. Because already the chieftaincy also is said to be going to the Supreme Court. Nobody knows what it will turn out to be. So there's a need to protect the democracy. And that is by giving this government ultimatum to return democracy back in Rivers State, or the country will be shut down by nationwide strike. That is the only way. That's the language, the kind of language these people understand. Anything press statement means nothing to them. These people control the press. These people control the press. So press statement means nothing to them. They need to see action. They need to see action. When they see that there will be total shutdown of the country to save democracy, then they will listen. Because 6 months is too long for Rivers State to be without democracy, to have unaccountable leadership for 6 months, when they elected Fubara to be their governor for 4 years, uninterrupted, until 2027. I don't know what to think about this. What is your position on the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reverse himself? Because that statement seemed, while well-intentioned, it seemed vague. You have to give timeline. You cannot leave it to the liberty of the president. After all, there was no breakdown of law and order in Rivers State at the time this illegal removal of Fubara was done. There was no breakdown to even warrant the state of emergency we are talking about. You can impose state of emergency to handle the pipeline vandalism, but there was no breakdown of law and order in Rivers State. People were going about their normal businesses. That's the truth. So, but if this the labor unions do not move quickly to issue threats and be sure to enforce the threat, not just giving empty threat of shutting down the country to protect democracy, these people will not shift ground. They will take over Rivers State. And if by the end of these first 6 months, they can extend it and continue to rule the state under emergency until 2027, they can do it. These people, they are determined. They don't care about us, like Michael Jackson used to say. They don't care about Rivers people. Rivers people mean nothing to them. That was why they were able to support the withholding of the allocation of Rivers State, so that people of Rivers will suffer. They don't care. So they have to be spoken to in the language they understood, which is shutting down the country. That's what I expect the labor to do. This statement, while good, that's not enough. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video. And because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you and God bless you. Yes.